Alright, I'm going to try to make this video this morning. I had some questions, and some people want to know how the garage gang started, and somebody else wanted to know who HPR was. So I'll go ahead and give you guys the rundown. It wasn't too long ago, there was a few guys doing videos. I guess there's more than a few guys, but I mean, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of people doing videos on bodywork and stuff. A lot of us started out watching Pete over at vwdarrin, and he motivated a lot of people to pick a camera up and start making some videos. And I started making some videos, and of course, you know, I watched Pete for a long time, and you know, you see him get 5,000, 6,000 views on a video, and then I would put a video up and I would get 2 or 3 people to watch it. Just like a lot of you people that put videos up and struggle and get aggravated and stop making videos. Luckily, when I started making the videos, the 2 or 3 people that were watching them were Shut Your Face Garage, Tommy over at Wild Eye Northern Boy, James Freddy, he was a big influence on me making videos, and Greg's Garage, the Rick Fix, and there was, I think, HPR. And that was about it, you know, as far as the garage gang went, or how it started. There was probably, you know, 7, 8 guys that were just more or less making videos, communicating back and forth. For a while, you know, me and Matt, we'd mess around and we'd see who could make the most videos in a day. And I was still a little healthy, and I was doing car lot stuff. And I would bust out, you know, 5 or 6 bumpers on YouTube a day. Or I would make a live paint video from start to finish, no edit, you know, and paint something in 15 minutes. And more and more people started watching. If you notice my little icon, I don't even know what it's called, but the marker from my page or whatever is the matrix deal. I sell matrix paint, and I was lucky enough to have Matrix give me permission to let me do a couple of videos, you know, and I started doing Matrix videos, paint videos, and my wife sells this, I really don't sell it. But anyway, that turned into more and more people watching, and more people encouraged me to make videos. Still, I was only getting, you know, a couple hundred views, maybe 50 views on some videos. Some of those videos, if we go back now, still have very few views on them. But it was more about guys teaching people, or each other, I guess, how to, you know, better our trade. Greg Porter was in the middle of painting his car, and he was probably one of the first guys in the garage that wasn't you know, a painter or a body man. He wasn't in the profession, but he really wanted to learn how to do his car, and he was seeking knowledge all the time. And lo and behold, you know, James Freddy started commenting on his channel, and I got interested, of course, because it was a Carmen Gia, and this guy was doing just anything. He wasn't scared of anything at all, even though he'd never done it before. And he had to redo some things. He had stuff backfire on him, and I think at that point, you know, he decided to broaden his knowledge on products and effects of things and get more people to help him. And it opened up the flow of information from professional guys like James Freddy and Slow SRT, Matt. They were sharing tips and showing us how to do it, and they do it every day. I haven't actually painted cars for 10 years professionally. I worked at Toyota, and when I got in my accident, I haven't worked at a dealer since. But I do have some dealer experience, well, actually a lot, and I'm around this paint business a lot. So, you know, it was really fun to interact with those guys and learn different things. And then we met Gary Turbo Cobra came into the group, and more Gary had already been making videos, and you know, people were just helping each other out. And the first guy, I think, that started it, believe it or not, A lot of you guys, you know, like to judge books by their cover, but it all started with Tommy Shoe. He sent me this fan, and I needed a fan, and I was flat ass broke, didn't have any money, and I'd been out of, well, I'm still out of work, but I've been out of work for a long time, just learning how to live without an income. And he was gracious enough to box that big son of a bitch up and send it all the way from Detroit. And I think that sparked something in a lot of people. After that happened, we just started sending stuff to each other. HPR would send stuff to Rick Fix, Hansley, and Rick Fix would send stuff to him. And that's where it started, Underground Auto. But this guy was just doing some incredible metal work. He lived up in Canada, obviously, there. But, you know, he's making rocker panels, and he wasn't stuffing and fluffing them. He was actually building stuff out of metal. And he was using chisels and hammers and basic tools and, you know, making really nice stuff. And he started teaching Rick Fix. And Rick Fix, he doesn't make a whole lot of videos anymore. There's the Rick Fix. He took a 4-door Nova and made a 2-door Nova out of it. He still has videos up. You should go look at them. And so does Underground Auto, I believe. I don't know. He went through a divorce, and he went through some bad times. Shortly after the fan deal, and Greg started learning stuff. Of course, he, you know, wasn't a painter. But when he did it, he sparked other people that had never done it before, and they started coming into the group, and that's when the Garage Gang was born. Greg decided to make a thing called the Garage Gang page, and I think he still has it over there, but it's a collection of different people that were able to show him tricks that worked for him, and he thought it would be a good idea to put those videos in a catalog. And he's an organized guy. He's very sharp. He knows how to do that stuff. And I think when he did that, it exposed a lot more people to what was going on. And then more and more of these people started watching the videos and making videos. Del Boy's Garage, I've had his sticker for a long time. He was good friends with a lot of the guys. And on the West Coast, a lot of the West Coast guys, and then they came over from there. Mill Rick, he doesn't make videos. He's raising babies right now, but he was a good dude. And then you got Shut Your Face, Captain Cigar. All these guys started watching the channel, and we, you know, started making stickers. And everybody started sending stickers to each other. And then I made a shirt and put all these people on the back of the shirt. And it was a good way for, you know, you to grab that shirt, flip it around, and use it as a directory where you could go to all these different channels and, you know, check out what people were doing. And it was, I think it was a growth period for a lot of people. You know, they came into the garage, and, you know, they were able to get exposure by commenting on each other's channel. And it's how we grew the Garage Gang to what it is now. And it's how I have the subscribers that I have, I do believe. You know, I've learned how to make videos from all these guys. You know, it's never been about standing in front of the camera and being judged. It's about the content that you put out and helping each other out. And, you know, those are the guys that started it. And that's where Hansley came from, HPR. But, you know, Just Hoggin, we heard about him the other day. There's a couple of guys making videos again. The old dude I saw where I turned him over. He's back in the game making videos. He put some videos up. And then you got Terry there. You got John Kerry. That's where the John Kerry Day came from, because he's in California and it's always, you know, a John Kerry Day. Chevaholic, he does some really cool shit, but he's a really busy man. He you know, puts some videos every once in a while up, but if you go check him out, he's got some badass content. You got Chevaholic. You got Mr. Heavy Chevy, Mrs. Heavy Chevy. I don't have one of their stickers, but they're more people that are, you know, pumping out videos, showing us how we do it. And then people with families started making videos, and it's just about people getting in front of the camera and sharing their experiences. It doesn't matter if you're working on a car or not. We got Captain Jerk. I don't have a sticker from him, but he makes all kinds of cool shit. He's not a car guy, but that's okay. He's part of the gang. You got Harry Spooner over here. Harv, I mean. Oh, hang on here, Harv. There you go. He's still making some videos. Backyard Hot Rods, haven't seen him in a while. Raz D for Metal, haven't seen him in a long time. PDQ, haven't seen him in a long time, but he's supposed to be at the party maybe. And a couple of these other guys have vanished. Eric, haven't seen him in a long time, but seen him. He's around. Check him out, Mustang Connection. And Tom Duncan, you can go over to his channel and ask him why he's not making any videos. But yeah, that's how it started. And then, you know, it wasn't just body men anymore. It was policemen, lawyers, doctors, and whoever wanted to be in the garage gang and share information and share their experience. And that's how it grew into what it is now. And that's when we have these parties. They're pretty diverse. You can meet some pretty cool people because it's not your typical collection of gearheads. It's all different types of people that have decided to put aside their differences and learn from each other. And they probably otherwise wouldn't, you know, find themselves mentoring people that they're mentoring, but through the power of YouTube, it's a pretty cool thing. So, got to knock this out for Hans today. He made this mess the other day. Spread fiberglass all over this dashboard. And yeah, so it's nice and dry. I don't think he put enough hardener in there. But we're going to knock that down and then re-skim it. He's going to flock it, whatever the hell that is. That's what he said. He's going to flock it and make it look like new. So that's what's happening here. I got to go to the boat store and buy another trim solenoid. I only bought one. There's two. I started the other Pontiac head over there. I'll put up some car show footage, some short footage. I saw my old oval window there and it sort of made me sick to my stomach, so I stopped filming. But the blue oval window at the end of the video is my old car. And I sold it for way too cheap, and now the guy wants like 17 grand for it. So anybody interested in helping me buy my soul back, let me know. But yeah, that's in there. And it was a pretty cool show. A lot of nice buses. So I got a lot of those. And we sort of got there late, so it was winding down. And it was pretty cool. There was a little discussion over the cheap cranks. You know, we were talking about it, and it was brought to my attention that, you know, one of the guys that has the fastest street car in the country uses a A&A crank. And I don't know if an A&A crank's any different than what I have, you know. The one I have doesn't look very great, but Easy Jeezy seems to be having good luck with his. I guess there's an article in the new Hot VW where they flog one of those motors, spray it with nitrous with 12-to-1 compression, and the guy drives it all over the country. And you know, I have seen the red car, Anthony's car, go 6s. It's aspirated, and he wins the street car deal a lot. And they have to make a 20-mile lap before they race. And that car is on the video. One of the Coker brother, I don't think I'm saying it right, Cook's VW cars on there. They make some really badass turbo cars, street cars, I mean just clean cars. They do some unbelievable work. So you'll get to see those two cars. And I think they're out of New Jersey. They do have some YouTube videos. If you look up Mean Gene, his car will come up, street car, and it runs I think 9s. It's a pretty badass Beetle, and he drives it quite a bit. I haven't seen him at any of the races lately. He's been building a lot of cars, but they build some really badass shit, and I hear they use a lot of the A&A stuff, so I might have to retry some of that, or get some of that stuff and try. I don't know. But somebody else had a question about rocker arms. Brian, be bugging out. And I saw your video, buddy. But Volkswagen rocker arms all have those little weld marks on them, so I would say that those are OEM pieces. Let's see if I can get by here and get in some light. You should be able to see a part number on the side of it. That's a Volkswagen number. And then I think these are the exact ones that you have. There's the lines. But that's a German rocker with an empty rocker shaft kit. These will come with blue, or I think there's a couple different colors, but this is the typical color now. And you did a good job of aligning it. You know, I had a video, I guess you went and watched the video, but I did make a video on how to get these real sweet and properly align the adjuster with the valve stem. And Brian's was off, and he ground the block and moved some shims around and made everything fit. So that's a solid shaft rocker kit, where they eliminate the wafy washer at the end of the rocker, the factory rocker. Here's the factory rocker here, and it has these little clips that hold it all together, and these little wafy washers. And these wafy washers tend to go south and get in the oil pump. So we eliminate those and just use the shims, and then we use a solid shaft with bolts on the end of it to eliminate the clips. And that's called a solid rocker shaft kit. You use the factory rocker arms, you replace the shaft, and you shim it accordingly. So it's a 1-to-1 rocker. It's a Volkswagen type rocker, and I hope that answers that question. I did watch your video, but I didn't comment on it, and I apologize. But a lot of times I answer people's questions in a video, and it's another way to make great content if you're wondering how to come up with stuff for your channel. A lot of times I'll look at the comments, and I'll make a video off of somebody's question, and you know, it doesn't always necessarily have to be car stuff to be popular in the car crowd. So hopefully this one doesn't get too many thumbs downs, and I know there wasn't too much car stuff in this one, but to give you a little bit of history of how it all started, and you know, to where it's at now. It's pretty big. Some of those people are still making videos that started it. Some of the other people have elected not to make videos, and are still active in the YouTube community as far as commenting and calling people on the phone and encouraging them. And I think anybody that was in the original group that doesn't make videos now, I'm pretty much still in contact with by the phone. So I've made some really solid friends on YouTube, and you know, learned some really good stuff. You can always learn something. I don't care how much you know. Somebody always has a different technique, or can show you a different process, or a different type of material, or there's just so many variables out there in this business that you can't learn everything from one person. And I think that's the beauty of YouTube. You don't have to. There's a collective group of people out there that are willing to share their knowledge with you. And you know, unlike when we started the Garage Gang, there's more and more shops now that are making videos and trying to share some of the actual you know, what goes on in the shop. And we were always looking for that when we first started. And there's a big misconception about what stuff costs in this business. And we always encourage shops to get involved and show the cost process and the labor process, and you know, what was involved to you know, build a car. And a lot of the guys that have decided to do it on their own, they know very well what it takes to build a quality piece. You go look at John Kerry's Jaguar or Greg's Gia. They were done completely different approaches. John sent his car out and had it painted, but he was still very much part of the process. He took the camera along, and we were all part of the process, and he asked questions, and he passed those questions along to his painter, and you know, it gave him the ability to be able to have a consultant basically along the way with this project. And I think that's exactly what the Garage Gang does. It gives people that have never had any experience at doing something to be pretty proficient at it the first time. And I think that's YouTube in general. If you're willing to sit down and genuinely watch a video from start to finish and learn the process, there's not much that you can't learn to do on YouTube. It's pretty motivating. I call it the electronic college. So it's a pretty good place for me, and I hope you guys enjoy the Garage Gang. We got the party coming up. There's going to be some really cool people there. If you can make it over to Daytona, you should come for the day and get to meet some people. And you know, that's how it works. That's how you grow your channel. You interact, and you meet some of these people, and they start watching your videos and commenting, and that's how it happens. And remember, I mean, you go back into my channel and look at some of the old videos, they still only have 200 views on them. But I put a lot into those videos that nobody watched. And sometimes it's just a building process, you know, so don't get discouraged. Stay a part of it. Keep cranking the videos out. I told a couple of you guys, you know, that are trying to get back on your feet, if you need help with materials, to call me, and I'll help you guys out. I know what it's like to have to start over, and even though I'm not really active in it, I can still you know, make it a little easier for a few of you guys that are trying to get going. So don't be afraid to use the phone number, and give me a call. I appreciate what you're doing, and some of you guys continue to put your hand out and help people, and it's not unnoticed. So thank you.